Welcome back to No Man's Land. It is still December. It is the evening of the previous episode. Snow is falling. Since it's close to Christmas and December in the game, I thought I'd put down a Christmas tree. Since 5 p.m. game time, I've just been running around finishing off the field that we started last time and doing things like getting gold and all the water into the mushrooms and flowers done. I'll quickly jump into the New Holland here and we'll run up to the field and you can see the baling that I did. Rather than boring everybody, I just quickly ran around with our new windrower and the baler and made a whole lot of silage bales. They're still out there in the fields. It's currently at midnight because I've been running the clock forward and making money so I can pay down some of our loan. As you can see, we now have a field of silage. It's probably a good another 20 or 40 out there. So let's get back to the bus, pay off our loan before it hits at midnight, go to sleep, and then we can worry about picking these bales up in the morning. Run it up to the last second of the day, make sure we get no extra money. And doesn't look like it, so let's go to sleep. Welcome to a snowy morning. Snow has fallen, which is going to make ploughing even more fun. Christmas tree has got some nice snow on it, which is kind of cool. Let's grab the New Holland and grab our plough. And before I forget, I'm just going to quickly pay off the rest of our loan. And I believe we are still a little bit short, but we'll probably get there in the next hour or so. Plan is to plow up this field, and then in the next couple of months we will put a crop in it. Ooh, we've got a lot of power sliding going on. The plan is to put cotton in this big new field that we're making. Let's grab our plow, and we will also need the tree stump grinder, which should be quite good right now because the snow should show the tree stumps in the ground quite easily, so it's probably quite a fortuitous time. Hope everybody's enjoying the lead up to Christmas. No snow where I am yet. We get a little bit, but it hasn't arrived this year yet. Oh, those bales are in the way. We'll have to do that too. The plan is to make a big rectangle here. We'll make it wide enough so you can drive along the edge here, like a road width. So kind of like that width of the plow roughly. So let's move across to about here. And then vertically, I think we'll go pretty much, so we can go a straight road straight up through there. Let's turn field creation on. Allow fields. We'll lower this guy. Before I lower it, I'm going to square myself up to 90 degrees. Lower that down. And we'll make a pretty big rectangle here, or square. Just watching the compass, making sure we stay on 90 degrees. The grass will pop out of the snow. Well, that snow is thick. It's like a good 6 inches to a foot. We have two pieces of land here. We have 46 and 47, so this is going to be quite wide. I don't know whether we'll bother stone picking it. Probably. We might have the time. I think the growing season doesn't start until February for cotton. We're aiming for this down here, this cotton right here. So we have a couple of 1 month left to get that organised. The plan is to go quite wide all the way up to this tree boundary. As long as the harvester can go up and down north-south, we should be pretty good. I think, because it's quite square, probably all the way out to there will do. Haven't seen a stump yet. Alright, so let's get a time-lapse going as we make a massive rectangle on this side, and then we'll make a separate box on the other side of the road on the left-hand side there.
Ever since I got a good look in his eyes, I just knew that he was special. He said he wanted to take it slow, but I couldn't help that I wanted to take it to the next level. Cause I wanted that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't wanna let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, cause you really seem to know how to carry on. Sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down.
All right, that's the outside box done. I'm just kind of knitting this up. This bale is kind of in the way, but it should be able to be pushable. There's a couple of edges which aren't perfectly straight. I don't know whether that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing long term, but that's what I'm going with. And I think that will do for the outside. For a sec, let's get these bales out of the way. The size of the field is going to be huge, but I believe you need it to be huge for cotton. I decided to actually just make it a L shape up here in the end, because as long as the harvester can go up and down and turn around, everything should be fine. This tree may need to go, but at worst, this is a road that goes across there, but until we actually have farms up there, I won't worry about that. And at worst, we put some tram lines through it because we go through there with a crop. All right, let's grab this guy and start getting some of those silage bales out of the way, and then we can get back to plowing. So I think we might start another time lapse. Might be a bit of a time lapse heavy episode. Might also do some jump cut to the middle. And let's get these picked up.
I know we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that evil, chasing all that all the way back home. Chasing all that chasing all that chasing all that all the way back home.
I think this is going to be the last two on the ground right here. I was a little bit worried about the bale limit inside the silo, but there's enough space for 23 more. So we should be able to get these into there. It doesn't matter too much anyway, because we should take about 10 out that are silage, when the grass is actually fermented up to silage, and feed it into our methane plant. Make sure that we have enough. Oh, there goes the snow and my frame rate. That's a pity actually, because I was kind of relying on that to see the stumps, but so be it. Get these in there. There's quite a huge pile in there. The straw bales aren't rendering, but I assume they are still in there. I think it's just part of the graphics pack. And there we go. So that's all those bales put in there. There's two grass ones out there in the field, which I'll quickly go get as well. But we won't put them into the silage barn. We'll put them in front of one of these sheep. This guy has 2, 4, 6, 8. That guy has 12. That guy has 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll put it probably in the most recent one we just built. There's a couple of trees hanging around that could be getting in the way, but we'll leave them out in the field for now. A little bit easier to see what we've made. Big L shape. I used the construction tool to paint out the corner. I went a little bit further than I wanted, so I painted in the area again. Looking out there, the weed seems to have been killed by the fertilizer. Also, no, by the fertilizer, by the herbicide. So I don't think there's any need for us to go out there and do anything more. In fact, I'm pretty sure those are fully fertilized now. Quickly look at this. Yeah, fertilized and weed free. Our grain mill, I'm sure, is still very busy. Yeah, we'll dump these right here. They've all got plenty, so I'm not too worried now. Maybe, actually, you know what? I'm going to put this in the silo. We do have a little bit of space, and in the rare case that we actually do end up with another sheep farm, I would like to have enough to start it. So I'll just reserve 2 in here, I think, for that purpose. And there we go. When it comes to actually moving those silages across to the BFG, BFG? No, not Big Friendly Giant. I don't know why my Tobii Eye Tracker is looking backwards right now. It's kind of weird. Where are you? So let's run around with the forklift. We'll have to write some notes down about when the best months are for each of the crops that we have. I think I might start making a graphic on the screen, but you may see it right now in the edit, of what month we will expect to do each of the things, and we can list off all the things that we're producing. Alright, so let's I left that tractor in a pretty bad spot, so let me jump in and move this out of the way. And we'll also probably should leave it not tipped. Leave that right there. Jump back into the forklift, and then we're going to have to ask for probably just 8. I think 8 should do it. 8 round bales of silage. So that leaves us with still only 16 slots. So it is quite full. Let's see if we can get these over as pairs. So currently, I'm pretty sure this thing is absolutely empty. I don't believe it's got anything in it. Silage, yeah, it's completely empty, and there's 0 being distributed. Gold, oh, it's out of methane. So yeah, we really need to get this done as soon as possible. They should be consumed. Yeah, so I'm glad we thought about doing that sooner than later. Got to keep the gold moving. There was a comment saying that that methane plant is capable of doing 2 gold plants. I don't know if I'm going to do that just from an enjoyment point of view. I don't really want to be hoiling that much stone around, and I don't really want to be over-indexing on just gold to fix my money problems. I might look around to see if there's another production, like some mod that takes methane as an input. Do I need to knock that? I don't know if methane can be sold directly at a shop. I think you may have to have the universal selling point for that, because I don't think, if we're looking at our the price index for things, I don't think methane is in here. So it's a big blue dot or big blue canister. Yeah, it's not in here. You can't sell methane at the shop, so it's not like we can get a some type of tanker and pick it up. But I do believe, I did see a mod the other day, it was more than I do believe, there is a tractor out there that is methane powered, which would be very cool. I like the idea of that. I don't know if there is a point where you can see, that's it. So over here is a drop-off point. This is where you would put the what do you call it? That's where you put the slurry. That's where I knew it was air, and I think maybe digestate goes here. Manure probably goes into the big pit that we've been doing. Sugar beets pit. So this is like the liquid inputs, and this is the more physical ones. That's settings. Okay, here's you can drain it from here. So yeah, I think you could drive up to this point and refill your tractor. So I think I might do that. It might be kind of a cool thing to do. Something I haven't done before. It is the everything challenge after all. All right, let's grab these last two. After we do this, I'll do a double check to see how much silage it has in the production and whether that's enough. And then, because it's the last month before that field needs to be ready, we'll have to get out there and get the thing plowed and maybe spend the effort to get it stoned. Probably not. And those are consumed. It's about 3/4 full. That's because we are doing gold every day. Let's get 4 more put in there quickly. We have 117 barrels, which is good news. Alright, let's get 4 more put in there quickly. See if we can dump them in the pit. Nice. This Mantu is pretty good. It's got a bit of strength. It can take a bit of weight, but most importantly, it's got a decent height to it. Yeah, there is a sea of silage in there. So at about 200, a bit more than that units, times 5, there's probably 1 million litres of silage in there. And that will do. I think that's, yeah, close enough to full. While we've got the forklift out, let's get the wool moved across. Based on where we are in a couple of hours in the day after some of the ploughing, we may be able to put down a clothes factory. I'm not rushing to do it because this guy can have a fair bit of fabric built up in it, and so it's not overly important to get it done ASAP. It's going to keep on producing and have enough space for storage. It's not like it's going to turn off. Alright, let's get both of these. I'm glad we've got 3 sheep pens now. That really should help the amount that we're producing. Grab these as well. I've been looking around at mods for ones that are more enjoyable than OP, and one of the ones I did find was a cool forklift which has 4 tines on the front rather than 2. It's designed to pick up much larger pallets, but it means you could pick up 4 at once. So it's not base game, so I'm not going to do it straight away, but if we do get to a point in, say, 20 or 30 episodes, maybe when we're up near episode 70 or 100, and we're finding that we're just spending all of our time shuffling these pallets across 2 at a time, I might grab that forklift and do it 4 at a time instead. Same thing with loading up lorries. I don't ever plan to use super strength as a standard way of loading a lorry. I want to always use a forklift for that. Alright, so sheep are done. Just double check that there's some bread goods over here. I remember vaguely that they're not at their peak in this month. So this is where our flour is going to this bakery that we put down an episode ago. The capacity of it is pretty good. It's got lots of space, so we can afford to leave them sitting out there. As far as months to sell it, bread is in January, which is right now. So yeah, let's get those sold as well. We'll have our first bread sales. My plan is to only put the flour into another production, and so since this has 60,000 in it, I'm pretty sure we won't have to make flour every year to keep it happy. I was trying to pick them both up at the same time, but I will stack them on top of each other. They're 1,000 litres, and I think I saw there was 2,000 left to spawn. Yeah. So I'm going to quickly jump across to the truck. Our first bread on a forklift delivery. Very cool. One of many, many, many more, I'm guessing. I don't know how to turn off that auto load feature. I want to place them myself. I think because I want to have the universal load mod there for the logging reasons, I think it's causing that. Or it might just be this trailer. I'm not sure if this trailer's a mod or not. It actually may be. That might be my problem. Anyway, so I'm going to... Maybe between episodes I will try to find another mod that doesn't have this feature. And then I'll just work out the money and fix it all. And then we'll have a trailer that isn't scripted like that. And the other thing we've got around the corner, actually that's not what I want, is over here we have a whole lot of carrots. So let's check their price. Way down the bottom here, it is carrot soup, and that maxes out in February, so we'll do that later. All right, I think I might keep this here for a couple of hours since it's early in the morning, and then we'll finish it off in a couple of hours. So let's jump into this guy and finish off this field. I think I'm going to use the construction tool and square out the damage I've done here. So for dirt, and then it's going to be... I'm going to come along here with the plow and fix it. So like this. It's going to be a road that way. I cut that off. I'll uncut that off, and this will be a road all the way through here at that point. Whoops, and I'll fix that as well. Cool. Let's check the corners. That one's fine. There's some micro stuff here, so I might just do some micro fixes. That's fine. Straight enough, straight enough. There's a bit of a wiggle here. I'm actually making this worse than better. And then this will be a curved corner because we're going to have an additional... I think I may sacrifice this later. And I think this is all kind of wrong, so I will... that's fine. It can be wonky. All right, let's get this guy doing his job. We'll square this out again, particularly just because it's close to home. Is great fields on? Yes, it is. Snow is falling again. Alright, so let's get this field made with a beautiful time lapse, and we will call it a day for January as far as field work goes after that. And then we'll quickly just go and sell those bread buckets, bread pallets. You can watch me do the stump grinding right here. I might, if I do a high, sometimes you can do it without damaging the ground. Yep. So that way I won't have to repaint it. There we go. Alright, let's get some ploughing and some stump grinding going. See you in 5 minutes.
I know the next morning when the sun goes out, it might be the last day of you and me. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes while I shiver inside with a heavy heart. I know what I've done, and I'm too afraid to let it go. If I could, I would turn back time. If I could, I would take it all back. If I could, I would bring back all the memories, not yours, only in my dreams. Oh, if I could. You know nothing at all about what's going down. Oh, like a shipwreck, I caught the sails loose. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes while I shiver inside with a heavy heart. I know what I've done, and time is running out for me. If I could, I would turn back time. If I could, I would take it all back. If I could, I would bring back all the memories, not yours, only in my dreams. Oh, if I could, I would turn back time. If I could, I would take it all back. If I could, I would bring back all the memories, not yours, only in my dreams. Oh, if I could. Oh, if I could. Oh, if I could.
As the sun sets, we've made some pretty good progress. You may have noticed in the time lapse there, right near the end, that I used the paint tool to square out the world. My plan is to make so that the AI can go up and down. So particularly here, I had plowed it out, but I painted it back in as grass. And there's also a box up here. So the idea is it will go up and down, and it'll just get shorter sometimes, and then up and down, and then this corner will still be an issue. Because there's also a stone on this side, I think this actually might become a little mini workyard. I might put a shed there or something. I don't know if it's wide enough for that, but it might be a good little place for storage of machinery. We'll see how that goes. I painted it brown as dirt in the thoughts that it will be a similar type of road. So we'll see how that goes. Finding the stumps hasn't been too hard. Unfortunately, the plow does go over them quite easily, so you can miss them. My plan is to continue this into the night. I'll also, of course, do the water and the gold. Before I forget, I'm going to do it right now. Let's go sell the rest of these, what's it, bread. Let's go sell this bread. Not a huge amount in the load, but it is there. Let's see where it's the most, is paying the best. Bread is semi near the start of the game, as in the base game, so it's going to be near the top. And the farm shop. So we own Silver Run Market. That's the one in our yard, but it's running slightly less. And we have missed the peak. It's actually coming down a little bit. So let's run up to Silver Run Market. It's really hard to see where we are. We're in the back of our yard. Over right hand side here is where we had our sorghum and parsnip crop. Past our gold. Christmas tree's looking good. I think I'll take that down since it's the end of January. If it's snowing in February, I might keep it up for another month. So let's open the curtain side. Oops, that's closing it. And let's watch our first load of bread being sold. Very hard to see. And sold. $12,000. Awesome. So that's the first money we've got from a wheat crop that turns into a flour crop that turns into a product that we can sell. We'll run this back to the yard. Close the curtain up. And we'll call this an episode. Thanks for watching, and next time we will be into the planting season for cotton, and I'm sure we'll find something else cool to do as well. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Enjoy the Christmas tree, and we'll see you next time on the Everything Challenge. Thanks for watching.